There are temples in India where prayers aren't whispered, they're screamed. Where people arrive in chains, thrashing, possessed, eyes rolled back, dragged by families who've tried everything else. And sometimes they leave different. Not healed, different. No godmen, no viral stunts, just rituals older than memory itself. Some temples are said to cure what science cannot touch. Others, they take something from you, a piece you didn't know you could lose. Tonight, we're descending into 5 temples that locals won't name after dark. Places where curses aren't folklore. They're actually family history, where disappearances aren't investigated, they're expected. And one of them is so feared, even the priests lock the doors at sunset. Our first temple, Mehandipur Balaji Temple. At Mehandipur Balaji in Rajasthan, faith doesn't just whisper, it convulses. The courtyard erupts with sounds that don't even belong in human throats. Guttural, animal, and just plain wrong. People collapse mid-stride, limbs twisting at angles that make onlookers look away. Some bark like dogs, some laugh, high-pitched, endless, until their voices crack and bleed. Families tie their loved ones with rope, not out of cruelty, out of fear of what that person might do to themselves. There are no doctors here, no diagnosis. Only one truth, repeated like a mantra. But here's what the footage never captures: the voices. Witnesses report hearing languages the possessed never learned, dialects dead for centuries, an elderly woman bending iron bars with her bare hands. Then the ritual begins. Chants, fires, offerings hurled into flames. And when it ends, when the thing totally lets go, the priests give one warning that never changes. Don't look back. Don't turn around. Do not acknowledge what followed you inside. Because when you leave this temple, you don't always leave alone. Some say shadows move wrong here, that they stretch too long even when the sun is high, that they lag behind as if they're deciding whether they should follow. Temple number 2, Kamakhya Devi Temple. High on Nilachan Hill in Assam, where mist clings to breath, stands Kamakhya Devi, one of the 51 Shakti Peeths. But this one is different. There is no idol here, no statue, no image, only a stone fissure in the earth, wet, pulsing with spring water year-round. Believed to be the womb of the goddess herself, once a year during Ambubachi Mela, the temple doors slam shut. For 3 days, no one enters because locals believe the goddess menstruates. The stone, they say, bleeds red. Scientists call it iron oxide seeping through rock, but they can't explain why it happens on the same days every year without fail. Tantric rituals happen here that outsiders are forbidden to witness. Ceremonies conducted in the dead of night, chants in Sanskrit so ancient, scholars can't fully translate them. Photography is banned, not discouraged, banned. Guards will seize your phone, delete your images because some things, they say, should never be captured. Pilgrims who spent the night speaking in whispers, shadows that move toward you in the lamplight, footsteps circling the sanctum when no one else is there, and voices, soft, feminine, calling your name in the dark. Kamakhya isn't considered evil, but she is considered honest. Brutally so, people say you don't get what you pray for here. You get what you deserve. Number 3 on our list is Kaal Bhairav Temple. In Varanasi, the city where death is liberation, every soul bows to one guardian, Kaal Bhairav, the destroyer of time itself. Shiva's most ferocious avatar, draped in skulls, eyes blazing, holding the severed head of Brahma. This is not a god who forgives, he is a god who remembers. Before you enter Kashi, tradition demands you seek Bhairav's permission, not out of respect, out of survival. Here's what makes this temple different from superstition. The consistency. Devotees who lie under oath report sudden illness within hours. Thieves feel eyes on them for weeks, even in locked rooms. Those who mock the shrine, accidents, falls, fires, financial ruin, always unexplained, always within days. Priests don't deny the fear here. They live by it. One priest, interviewed years ago, said something like this: Bhairav doesn't punish you immediately. He lets you forget. He lets you think you're safe. And then, when you least expect it, when you're happy, confident, careless, he collects. Locals say the temple feels different at night. The air gets heavier, thicker, like something is watching you breathe. And if you turn too quickly near the sanctum, you swear you see the statue's eyes shift. Just slightly. Temple number 4, Kiradu temples. Deep in Rajasthan's Thar desert, past the dunes that swallow roads hold, lies the ruins of Kiradu. Once a city of grand temples flourishing alive, now it's abandoned. The story goes that wandering sages once sought shelter here. They were turned away, mocked, spat upon. So they cursed the entire town, and the curse was specific. May the city turn into stone by dawn. May no soul spend the night and live. By morning, every person had turned to statues of stone, frozen, mid-scream, mid-run, mid-prayer. Only one woman survived. She had shown the sage's kindness. The warning she carried forward is still being obeyed today. Leave before sunset, no matter what. No local stays past dusk, not even for money, not even with others. Travelers who've ignored this warning report strange phenomena. Footsteps crunching sand when no one's behind them. Voices calling their name from inside the ruins. And shadows moving against the light. Shapes that just shouldn't exist. One documented case from 2009, a group of students camped overnight as a dare. By morning, 2 of them were found unconscious. One never spoke again. The doctors found nothing physically wrong. He just stopped. Kiradu empties at sunset like clockwork. No guards enforce it. No gates block entry. Just fear. Ancient, inherited, absolute. Temple number 5, Talakadu temples. Talakadu was once a jewel on the banks of the Kaveri River. Temples rose in golden stone. Kings ruled. Devotees prayed. Then came the curse. Queen Alamelamma, betrayed, humiliated, stripped of everything, walked into the Kaveri River holding a sacred idol. And as the water closed over her head, she screamed 3 sentences. May Talakadu become sand. May Melangi become a whirlpool. May the Mysore kings have no heirs. Within years, Talakadu was buried. Not flooded, not destroyed, buried under sand dunes that appeared out of nowhere, towering, suffocating, endless. Today, the temples lie beneath the desert. Only once every 12 years are they excavated during a ritual festival. And here's the part that sends chills. All 3 curses came true. Talakadu remains a wasteland of sand. Melangi is a deadly whirlpool that has claimed lives. And the Mysore royal family struggled for generations with heirless successions. Geologists have tried to explain the sand, river erosion, they say, natural desertification. But no natural process explains this. The sand only covers Talakadu, not the surrounding villages, not the riverbanks a mile away, just this cursed ground. Locals say that on certain nights, when the wind is still, you can hear her voice in the sand, weeping, wailing. India doesn't hide its mysteries behind locked doors. It lives with them, prays beside them, fears them openly. Some places heal what medicines cannot touch. Some places warn you with whispers and shadows, and some places, they just watch, waiting to see who's foolish enough to test them. The question here was never whether the stories are true. It's why, after centuries, no one dares to change them. Why entire villages still obey curses from generations ago. Why priests still lock doors at sunset. Why no one looks back. If this left your skin crawling, subscribe, because the next temple we uncover, it might already know you're coming.